Well, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. So glad that you can spend a little time with yourself. That's what it's about, spending time with yourself. Please chat in where you are tuning in from. Love to know just what part of the country or any country. And if you're in the East and the South and dealing with the cold weather, like I am in Atlanta, and really had to. We were doing lockdowns. Oh, hi, Darnell from Dublin. Welcome. So I hope you're staying warm, everyone. I am so happy you're here. And Peggy is from Michigan. Oh, hi, Peggy. So I am so glad that you're choosing to pause and spend this time with yourself and with me. I designed this platform. And this is just like the third time I'm doing lives, but I wanted to make this platform for us, especially for Sunday evenings, where they say so many people have the Sunday scaries. Preparing to go back to work the next day, right? And so all this stuff comes up. They've had a great weekend, but then Sunday kicks in and it's like, oh my God, Monday's going to be here. And so I wanted to have this time for you to connect, go home to yourself, to come home to yourself, and that is meaning we're always focused on the outside or what's going on around us, and especially on social media and all this stuff that's going on. But we want to come home to ourselves because that's where the peace is. That's where the love is. That's where we can reconnect with ourselves. And for those spiritual people or on here, it connects to your higher power. And I just want to stress that I'm a mindfulness teacher, but I wanted to stress that mindfulness is not a religion, it's a philosophy and it's a practice. But I myself use it for my spiritual connection for higher power because I learned to listen. Mindfulness teaches us to listen and be quiet. And when we do listen and be quiet, we can tap into our inner self, our inner wisdom, our instinct, any of that, right? So that's what's so important. And for many people, the body is tired and the mind is already reaching toward the week ahead, like when we're on Sunday, right? So thoughts may be moving fast, worries may be present, and you might feel calm or you might feel unsettled. But however you arrive is welcome here, and this is your space. And tonight is not about fixing anything. It's about coming home to love. And that's where we find love is we seek it outside of ourselves and look for it in other people. But when we are connected with our love inside of ourselves, we attract what we feel inside of us. So love as presence, love is attention to ourselves, of connecting on that side of ourselves that we've ignored. It's the little child within us. They say we have like a 3-year-old child. And so when we're connecting with ourselves, we are loving that child inside of us, that's just crying for attention. That's the one that's having all the fits. That's the one that's just pounding on the walls or whatever on the tables and pay attention to me, you're not paying attention to me. And we can call it the ego mind, whatever you call it, but it is that part of ourselves that we want to pay attention to. and want to connect with it. We don't want to try to change it. When we try to change it, we are fighting that energy. We are fighting, we're pushing against something inside of ourselves, and that becomes stronger energy. So we just want to just be quiet and observe these thoughts and these emotions that come up because it's just trapped energy. And when we do that, they begin to leave on their own. So love is allowing yourself to be exactly as you are in this moment because you're already whole, perfect, and complete. We think we got to get something, we got to change something in our lives. And we get all these messages from marketing. You'd be better if you'd buy this product and if you do this, right? But when we're quiet and go inside, and connect, we come home to ourselves like Dorothy did in The Wizard of Oz, coming home to ourselves. We find that special person, that most wonderful person is right there who's already whole, perfect, and complete. So when stress and anxiety arise, we want to feel that we feel that we are having these emotions and having these thoughts, and that's okay. We don't want to get upset for ourselves with ourselves for having them because it's only human. But the mind goes ahead and the body tightens up and the heart feels a little distant. I want to share with you because I forgot to put on this website that I'm going to be giving stories along with our short talk that I'm having right now in our little meditation. And we go about 30 minutes, okay? So the story is called The Monkey and the River. And there was a traveler who walked through a dense jungle searching for peace. His mind was noisy, filled with worries about the past and fears about the future. Have your mind been doing that too, right? My mind does that, right? It felt like a troop of monkeys was swinging from thought to thought, never resting. And one day he came across a wide river. He sat by the water, exhausted, watching the current rush by. At first, he only saw the movement, the churning waves. But as he continued watching, something changed. He noticed that beneath the surface, the river was calm. The deeper water, the quieter it became, right? A wise old fisherman nearby saw the traveler's troubled face and said, "Your mind is like this river. This surface may be wild, but if you sit still long enough, you'll find the quiet beneath." And the traveler took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and listens not to the noise of his thoughts, but to the space between them. Between our thoughts is the peace and calm, and he called it the gap. And in the moment, he understood peace wasn't about stopping the mind's movement. It was about learning to sit beside it, just like he sat beside the river. So, how do you make peace with a busy mind? If you want to put in a chat, we appreciate it. We're here. I'm not here teaching you anything. I'm just here pointing the way back to you. You don't force it to stop. You know, we have 60,000 thoughts a day, right? Or more. And so it's impossible to stop the mind. But when we go inside, we quiet the mind, right? So, anyway, that's our mindfulness meditation we're going to do today. Mindfulness gently brings us back, not by force, but by kindness. During our time together, you don't need to concentrate perfectly. You do not need to quiet your thoughts. You don't need to feel peaceful right away. So we're not trying to make ourselves get peaceful because when we struggle against it, we're telling the universe, "Oh, my mind is disruptive." So when we try to make things happen, even when we say we're going to do things for our business or our work, whatever, and we go out and try to make things happen, really, put all of our energy in that, it becomes harder. But when we learn to just relax and take a deep breath And no is working out for us. We take one thing we have to do at a time. We're in the present moment. And we're simply being willing to be here, which is enough. You find that the answers to problems and things that you've been contemplating and trying to figure out, how do I do this? How do I do that? When you're in that quiet space, that intuition, that higher power, that information comes up to you, and you said, wow, I never thought about that before. But if you look around the room that you are in now, someone was quiet and came up with an invention. They came up with a lamp. They came up with the with whatever your desk. They came up with the laptop, you know. They came up with anything that you're seeing, anything visual you're seeing. Someone went inside and came up with this invention, whether it's a pencil or paper or whatever. So anyway, that's where we want to learn to connect with that part of ourselves, and just taking a few minutes throughout the day. And when, especially when we're overwhelmed, we have anxiety and stress, and just taking a few breaths. And so, in a few moments, I'll guide you through a meditation that supports the body, the breath, and the heart. And you may sit or lie down, and you may keep your eyes open or closed. If at any time you need to shift your position, please do so with care for yourself. But let this be a space where you soften, a space where you remember that love is not something you have to earn, it's something you can return to, because that love is right inside of you. So let's begin together. Slow, deep breaths. Now, if you're lying down, allow your body to be supported beneath you or sitting in a chair. Gently invite your eyes to close or soften your gaze. Take a slow breath in through your nose and gentle breath out through the mouth. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Allow the breath to settle in its own natural rhythm. Now bring your attention to points where the body meets support while you're sitting in a chair. Notice how your body feels in a chair or lying down. How does your back feel? If you're sitting in a chair, maybe how does your feet feel on the floor? Just notice the weight of your body being held by gravity. You don't have to hold yourself up right now. Let your shoulders soften. We have the weight of the world on our shoulders, so just put your attention on your shoulders and let it soften. Let the jaw unclench. We hold a lot of tension in our mouth, gritting our teeth. Notice your eyes. Around your eyes are hundreds of tiny muscles. And when we're on our devices, we're squinching our eyes. So let that be a connection with your muscles there by just putting your attention there. Keep breathing. Now we want to bring our awareness to the breath, not to change it, just to feel it. Notice where you feel the breath most clearly. Maybe you feel it in your nose, maybe in your chest or your belly. With each inhale, gently know, I am here. Tell yourself, I am here. With each exhale, gently acknowledge I'm allowed to rest. This is your special time just to let go and to rest. Now, about this time, thoughts come up, and that's natural. When you notice them, simply return to the breath without judgment. Maybe another thought comes up. Notice that thought. You can even name it work thoughts, or whatever type of thought it is, and then bring your attention back to your breath. Now slowly bring your attention to your heart area in the center of your chest. You may imagine the breath flowing in and out of that space, or simply place your awareness there. Some people see or imagine that there's a light representing their breath coming in and out of their chest area. Your heart tells your mind to relax. We think that the mind tells the heart things, but it's more messages from the heart to the mind. Now, as you breathe in, silently offer yourself the word love. As you breathe out, silently offer yourself the word ease. So, breathing in, say love. Breathing out, say ease at your own pace. Now, you're not trying to feel anything special, just allow the words to be present. If stress, or tension, or anxiety is here, let it be here. You're not pushing it away. You're meeting it with kindness. You may gently say to yourself, it's okay to feel this. I'm here with myself. It's okay. Say your name. For me, I say, it's okay, Jan. It's okay. Now continue breathing at the heart. Love on the inhale, ease on the exhale. Now expand your awareness to include the whole body. Notice the body breathing. And notice when the body is resting in between the breaths. If there are any areas of tension, simply notice them. Notice them where in your body. Is it in your chest or stomach? Just Put your awareness there without trying to change it, but just be there with kindness. You don't need to release them. Your attention alone is enough. You can also rest with that tension or whatever you're feeling in your body, just with several breaths. And then bring your attention back to your breath. Now gently bring to mind the idea of coming home, not to a place, but to yourself. You're coming home to you. Notice what it feels like to be present right now, to be aware, to be breathing. You're being with you, the most important person in your life. You may silently offer yourself these words. These words I speak, take them as your words. May I be gentle with myself. May I be gentle with myself. May I feel supported. May I feel supported. May I remember love. May I remember love. Allow these phrases to settle in their own way. And feel that feeling of love throughout your body. Melt into it, surrender into it, or feelings of appreciation or happiness. Just let go. And as we begin to close, start to notice the space around you, the sounds in the room, the sensation of your body where you are. And wiggle your fingers and toes gently if that feels right. And when you're ready, softly open your eyes and take a final slow breath in and out. Excellent. Now take a moment before moving on with your evening. Notice how you feel now compared to when we began. And if you'd like to put it in the chat to share how you're feeling. No pressure. But I want to applaud you for taking these moments and coming home to you. And the more you do it, it becomes a habit for you. Just simple pauses. Even when you're reading what's going on in the world and it's upsetting, just take a moment. You don't have to put put a paper down or put whatever you're holding on to down, but you just want to take a moment for yourself and breathe in. You may put your hand on your chest, breathing in and breathing out, and relaxing into that breath. So if there's any comment, please share before we close. We are all here supporting each other. Oh, feeling calm. Destiny says calm, and Peggy says better. Yeah. So again, thank you so much for being here every Sunday. We're going to be on and with different subjects, honoring ourselves, being with ourselves, and make this a fabulous, fabulous weekend, guys. Excuse me, week coming up. And much love to you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so take care, everyone.